So just to recap where we are, we've all done incredibly well. We've managed to get through the syllabus at the same pace as if we were in lessons. So I'm really delighted about that. And we're now, just like we would be doing in school, we're going through the revision process. But given that we don't have tests, end of the year tests, my focus is trying to make you all really comfortable with your algebra. I want you all being really confident with anything algebraic. So whenever I go and say, let's go and do some algebra, you're all thinking, yes, this is something I'm good at. If you can get good at your algebra, you will get a good GCSE grade. Okay, so I'm really keen that we do as much algebra and sort of number skills as we do during this revision process. So we're going to carry on with solving linear equations. This will be Hegarty 185. And what I want to do, I just want to model the sort of 2 or 3 different types of question that are cropping up. Okay, so as always, they get progressively harder. So questions 1 to 4 are going to look like this. Now, this is similar to what you did last lesson. It's just got one additional opening step. You've just got to do the claw. So we've got to get rid of that bracket. We've got to expand that bracket. So we're going to do 6 times x is 6x. And 6 times minus 1 is minus 6. Remember, a plus times a minus is a minus. And then really, finishing this type of question off is just what you were doing last lesson. Okay, so your thought process is, I want to get all the x's onto one side, and it's going to be easier for me if I get them all onto the side with a bigger number of x's to start with. And on this occasion, that is on the left-hand side. So it is this 3x that needs to go. So to undo a plus 3x, we're going to take away 3x from both sides, giving us 6x take away 3x is 3x. Obviously, the minus 6 is unchanged. That's a normal number. That was not affected by the instruction to change the x's. 3x take away 3x is nothing. That was the whole point. And we draw our minus 2 down. So step 1 accomplished. We've got all our x's on the left. So secondly, we need to get all our normal numbers onto the right. So the minus 6 is the one we're going to need to undo. To undo a minus 6, we add 6 to both sides. So adding 6 to both sides, on the left-hand side, the minus 6 is now gone, so we're just left with the 3x. And on the right-hand side, just think about your number line here, minus 2, and then you add 6 to it. That takes you up to the right on your number line, taking you up to plus 4. And then we're nearly there. 3x means 3 times x, or x times 3. How do we undo a timesing by 3? We divide by 3. So we're going to be dividing both of these by 3. So we're left with x equaling 4 to be divided by 3. Now I think, having had a bit of a look, that Hegarty does exactly what I would like to encourage. It's getting you to leave your answer as a top-heavy, as an improper fraction. So I think that's exactly how the answer that Hegarty would be looking for. So in short, questions 1 to 4 are going to be like that, and it's just going to be practicing more of what you did last lesson, but just with this opening step of doing the claw. Now, questions 5 to 8. Same idea, but clearly what we've now got, we've got to expand the brackets on both sides of the equal sign to kick off. So we're going to do 7 times x, 7 times 9, 5 times x, 5 times minus 2. So 7 times x is 7x, 7 9s is 63, 5 times x is 5x. All right, if you just mute, please, if you could mute, that would be good. So 5 times x is 5x. 5 times minus 2 is minus 10. Remember, a plus times a minus is a minus. So normal thought process, we've got a bigger number of x's on the left, so let's take all our x's to the left. The 5x is the one that has to go. So to undo a plus 5x, we're going to take away 5x from both sides. 7x take away 5x is 2x. Normal number unchanged. 5x take away 5x is nothing. That's the whole point. And the minus 10 is unchanged. So all our x's are on the left. We want to get all our normal numbers onto the right. So to undo a plus 63, we're going to minus 63. And obviously these circles, these instructions are always on both sides to keep it equal. So taking away 63 from the left, we're left with 2x equaling. Now be careful, think about your number line. If you're on minus 10, is 0. If you're on minus 10, then you take away another 63. That's going to take you to... Can you stop doing that, please? Whoever's making noises, stop it. So minus 10, take away 63 is minus 73. And so final step, to undo the multiplying by 2, we divide by 2. So x is going to be minus 73 over 2. Final answer. Now, that's questions 5 to 8, and then the last two are really quite juicy. Okay, so give these your best shot, but these are difficult. Okay, so let's go and kick off. Let's just get rid of the brackets. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. We haven't done anything with that plus 7 yet. On the right-hand side, we're going to be doing that claw. But before we get there, we've got the 6x and the minus 3 that we're not doing anything with yet. Now, be careful with this claw. It's minus 2 times plus 2, which is minus 4. And then be ever so careful with the next claw. Minus 2 times minus 4. A minus times a minus is a plus. So that is plus 8x. Make sure you get plus 8x there. Now, before you do anything else now, you've got to gather like terms on both sides. So on the left, we've got a 6x. And adding together our normal numbers. Minus 3 added together with plus 7 is plus 4. Now on the right-hand side, 6x gathered together with plus 8x is 14x. And then be ever so careful. Think number line, minus 3, then you take away another 4 is minus 7. Okay, now we're going to take all our x's to the right on this occasion because 14x is bigger than 6x. So the 6x is the one that has to be undone. So we're going to take away 6x from both sides. Okay, so we're left on the left with just the plus 4. And on the right, 14x take away 6x is 8x. And the minus 7 is unchanged. So on this occasion, all our x's are on the right, so all our normal numbers need to go on the left. The minus 7 has to be undone. So we add 7 to both sides. 4 add 7 is 11, equaling 8x. And very final step, I'll do it up here. We're going to divide both sides by 8. Be careful, don't get this last bit wrong. The 8x, 8 times x times 8. To undo a timesing by 8, we divide by 8. So we're dividing by 8 here. So 11 divided by 8 is going to equal x. So our final answer is x equals 11 over 8. So that's it, folks. All right, quite a long video today because it was quite important that I covered all of these, particularly this last one. So if you will just go and do those now, that would be absolutely great.